Hey, Bonnie Roden here, your favorite family law attorney. I'm with Roden Law Group in Brevard County, Florida. In this video, we're tackling complex issues in equitable distribution, from how investment properties are handled to financial disclosures. We're going to have some negotiation tips, and we're going to talk about avoiding unfair debt application. If you're navigating through a divorce with assets and debts, these are topics that you want to hear about. All right, so let's talk about investment properties and vacation homes. Those that are acquired during the marriage are presumed marital under Florida's current law, even if they're only titled in one name. I get this a lot. I've never had a checking account with him. I've never had her on the house. She's not on the loan. She's not on the deed. Courts look at whether marital funds paid for the mortgage, paid for improvements, paid for the property taxes, paid towards the down payment. And believe it or not, your income is a marital fund. So in the case of Kaaa, which is a well-known case among attorneys, our Supreme Court here in Florida said that equity gained from the mortgage being paid down with marital funds, i.e. your income, may be shared. A sale or a buyout is pretty typical in divorces, but you always want to get a professional appraiser and document everything, your mortgage payments, any type of tracing of non-marital money that you want to include if you want to credit for something. All right. Sometimes we have some immigration concerns when we're talking about equitable distribution. So immigration status of a party does not reduce their right under the Florida statute 61.075. There is a case. It's Yu Ying Lee versus Lee. The Supreme Court confirmed that a non-citizen has equal rights to marital property. So don't let fear of deportation or visa loss be used against you in negotiations. Legal agreements made under coercion, such as those types of threats, can be invalidated. And don't be the one that's going to try to use that type of status to threaten or force your spouse, who is not a U.S. citizen, into some sort of agreement or document that is not in their best interest. Okay, so financial disclosure hearings. Under the Florida Family Rules, which is part of what we function under, statutes, rules, case law, Rule 12.285 says that both parties must file a financial affidavit form and they must exchange documents. There are about 19 categories of documents that have to be disclosed. If one party or the other, or both, is or are hiding assets or values are contested. So if you hide an asset, that's obvious what that is. You're not disclosing it, and somebody discovers a transfer or something and finds that hidden asset, don't do that. Or if you can't agree, such as on the value of a house. A hearing may be held, and it may be held prior to your final trial, or it can be dealt with in your trial. There's a case, Zacharias v. Zacharias, where sanctions were imposed upon the party that conducted some misrepresentation of financial data. So don't do that. You can prepare by organizing your tax returns, your bank statements, and your debts, but do it now. Don't do it later. Do it before you need to do it. The preparation that you put into your case will have an effect on it, and it is going to affect your case. So how do you negotiate a favorable property settlement? Well, you need to have an attorney that is negotiation savvy and also is focused on resolution. If you happen to hire an attorney who's more focused on putting your money in their pocket by extending and sort of juicing you up or egging you on to fight, that's not going to be a partner to work with that is going to help you get into a property settlement and avoid trial. So settlements, obviously more practical than trials, definitely cheaper, definitely less stressful. So you want to prioritize what you need long-term. Maybe for you it's cash flow. Maybe for you, it's home equity. Maybe for you, it's cash dollars. Maybe for you, it's pre-tax or post-tax dollars. Every party in every case has a different need and a different goal. If you need help, certified financial planner is an excellent idea. You're going to have to do your homework. You'll hear me say it, document, document, document. That's the way life is. There is a case, Stewart v. Stewart, that is relatively recent, where the court emphasized that a mutual understanding is key. Make a list. What do you need? What can you live without? What can you offer in exchange? You have to come to a meeting of the minds. All right, so a lot of people ask me, how do I avoid getting stuck with an unfair debt in divorce? Like, why should I end up with more, or why should I have that debt? So the courts divide debt equitably. Equitably does not mean equally. So in a case, Kelly v. Kelly, one of the spouses was stuck with debt from a secret affair. Do you think that's fair? Probably is not to the court fair. So if a debt was incurred recklessly or without any benefit to the marriage itself, the court may assign that debt to the responsible party. So what are some things you can do? You can protect yourself by monitoring your credit reports. You can freeze joint accounts during separation. And remember that in Florida, there is no legal separation. You're either married or you're not married. There is no separation period. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to what's going on during the marriage. You want to watch both your credit report and your credit card bills, and make sure that there is not debt that is being incurred for a non-marital purpose. So those are all the topics for this particular video. If you have questions, you can always send a message, you can post or comment, and I believe we have 3 more segments of videos, 3 or 4 segments of videos on this topic coming up. So keep a watch, hit like and follow so you get our updates when we post new content. Bye, y'all.